What's up guys, Gary7 here and welcome to this ARK Survival Evolved PlayStation 4 full review and breakdown video. So I made a video about 2 weeks ago after the game came out for 2 days reviewing ARK, but what I thought I'd do now is I'll do a proper review explaining all the situations within the game and actually talking to you about everything a little bit more. So first thing I'm going to do is get back inside as it's starting to get foggy, but I want to say this game is really good. Again, there are some issues as with all games. You've got to remember this game is in pre-release. It hasn't been fully finished as of yet. Let me just close that up. So there are going to be some issues. But overall, this game, like I say, is really good fun. I will do, like I say, a proper breakdown right now explaining to you about everything. So there are a fair few issues with the game currently. Again, like I've said, this game is in pre-release. It's not been fully released or fully finished yet, but there are some issues that I want to talk about. First of all, you've got the joining up with lobbies, which is one of the main issues people are facing at the moment. The lobbies tend to always be full. That to me shows how good this game is though. The game is always full. Getting into lobbies can take a lot of time sometimes depending on your server and depending on what time you actually get on. Which again, you don't want to be sat waiting for an hour to try and get into a server. I know that is annoying, however that is just part of this game until they add more servers, which they are doing. It will however just take time. There is lag in the game as well, depending on your server and your ping. So if I bring up mine right now, the options button, you can see the ping is about 60, but there's only 33 players connected. Again, it does go up to 70 players, but you do sometimes get more than that when they kind of glitch in. Rubber banding lag in the game, so you'll go to a door, for example, and it won't open, then all of a sudden you'll be snapped back to where you were about 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes ago, but like about 30 seconds ago, which can be very frustrating. But again, that tends to happen when there's more players on the server. I would show it, but again, you don't know when it's going to happen. So if it happens during this video, I'll make sure to include it in the video to show you everything. I don't want to just show you the best bits of the game. I want to show you everything which happens. Again, I know I'm talking about all the negatives, but I want to get them out of the way first of all, so that I can make a proper breakdown of all the good stuff as well. That's probably, to be honest, all of the issues that there are. Again, the fog has now cleared, so we can have a proper look around. You can see how nice the game looks. Again, this is on standard PlayStation 4. Graphically, the game does look really good. I'll show you my settings right now, because people do keep asking what settings I do use. So make sure I've got my detailed graphics at the bottom turned on. I turn blur off. Everything else you can do whatever you want with regards to gamma. It depends on the time of day. I do turn the sounds down as well, because this game is extremely loud. I'll take the Joker out a second now. One of the other cool birds within the game, it's called a Quetzalcoatlus, I think, and you can see this. You can get a proper view. Again, there is a massive issue with the blur on the metal, which is why ours is painted black, and the bloom quality is ridiculous, right, as you can see there. But again, if I turn down my gamma, it does reduce it a little bit. The noise from the birds, again, as you can hear, are quite loud, but if you look at that waterfall, it does look pretty. Again, there are some pixelations. Again, this is on standard PlayStation 4, so on a PS4 Pro it will look a lot better. There have been some mega issues as well with regards to glitches in the game. There's a thing called the allosaurs, a type of dinosaur. We've had that spawning in our base, not inside of the actual base, but just inside of the dinosaur pen we've got out here, which is why there's completely not used anymore, that one there. We've had... Sorry, let's go past this. Sorry about this, guys. This is recorded live. So yeah, inside that pen there, we've had allosaurs spawn in and kill a lot of our dinosaurs. Again, they've also been spawning down there and destroying all of that, but not into our main dinosaur pen there, where we've got everything crammed in at the moment. So that is another thing that can be a real pain, is the dinosaur spawns. But then again, this is a survival game. Dinosaurs are going to spawn whatever they want and cause issues. The food does go down a lot, especially if you're sprinting around like this, but again, you don't have to sprint, you can walk. Also, you can make food and eat berries, so it does help with that. Now, on the positive side, this game, like I say, is a lot of fun. I've invested hundreds of hours into this game already since it's been out for release, and I can only see myself spending more time on it. The plant species and turrets are really cool fun. Again, for PvP, it's something that you would need, and again, although they're hard to get some of the stuff, it is worth it and it is good fun. The game does take a lot of grinding to get some of the materials, but again, it is a survival game. That is half the point in it. I really enjoy, like I say, the views in this game and all the different biomes we've got. So over this side, you can see where that obelisk is there. There is a snow biome, which looks awesome. We've got the redwoods forest right there, and then obviously we've got the normal biomes where I am now. Again, these drops are also really cool where you can get really good loot. So you get higher end items. For example, I got a Mastercraft pike, which is the highest end. We've got a journeyman pick, and we also get things like the apprentice gear. So you get all different stuff from that in there, as well as standard building stuff on the lower levels. Again, all the drops depend on your level. The colours depend on what you can actually access. The engram system in this game, if I show you, is a little bit meh in my opinion. It's not too great because you are limited to what engrams you've got. So I've only got 55 left, and you can see I've not learned a lot of the stuff in here, and I wouldn't be able to learn much more of it anyway. I think they need to, obviously, it's best with tribes so that you can then split what you're going to learn. So some of my friends have learned bits I can't learn. I've learned stuff that they haven't learned, for example. But it does make it a bit awkward if you're a solo player. You cannot learn everything. You can learn the mind wipe tonic, so you can learn certain stuff, build it up, and then learn different bits. Again, you can get blueprints to learn different aspects within the game. So I'll show you that here. So the blueprints, for example, we've got a vault full of stuff here. You know, you've got different saddles, so you don't have to learn them, the behemoth gates, stone walls, and everything like that. So again, you wouldn't have to learn all that stuff. Not sure why this thing hasn't landed. There we go. But again, the array of dinosaurs and creatures you can get in this game are amazing. Obviously, we've got the Argentavis here, and then the Quetzal, which is the other another one of the flies, the biggest fly you can get within the game. We've got this Tapagera, again, which is another fly. This can hold 3 people. Again, it flies really nicely, this one, once I can actually get out from this place. But its flying is a lot more responsive. Again, they all have different features. Like I say, this one here can hold 3 players on it, which is pretty nifty, and you can use it for like hunting stuff. We got the penguin, or the kariki, which again is another really cool little thing. There you are. You saw the snapback lag there, guys. So I picked this one up. This one here actually gives you warmth, and you double tap triangle to get rid of it. And then we can get these monkeys, which stand up on your shoulder, and you can see that there. You can use them for defense and to throw them into people's bases to unlock stuff with that. I'll throw them back there. So again, the creatures are really cool. I'm going to show you more of them down in our main dinosaur pen, just because we could. Again, we'll show you some dinosaurs down here now. We've got obviously all these Rexes, Spinosaur, Carnotaur, the Brontosaurus. We've got Anklos, Doedicruses, and everything like that. We've got the poop machines, which give you poo to make fertilizer. So within the game, it is really in-depth. There are a lot of things you've got to learn, but there is no guidance with it. So you've got to figure out what the best way is to get stone, to get metal, thatch, flint, fibre, all the things like that to build a certain stuff. You've got to then figure out the building mechanics, which the building mechanics in this game are not the easiest things to learn. There is a lot you can do. You can do triple foundations, triple walls, quad walls, and things like that, which, you know, can go really in depth and are really difficult to learn. But once you've learnt them, they are very valuable for PvP building. Some of this stuff is really expensive to build, which can be really a bit of a pain, especially when you're a low level. Grinding for the materials does take a long time, but once you've got things like the Doedicurus, you can get stone. Once you get Mammoth, you've got access to wood a lot easier, same as the beavers. Ankylos as well give you flint and metal when hitting the certain rocks. So there are dinosaurs that you can use to gather the materials for you and increase what materials you do get, which is good. Again, there's different weather systems. You've obviously got rain right now. We get snow up in the snow biomes, obviously. You got heat, and we get cold as well, depending on where you are. There's so many designs you can do with the base, which is really cool as well. We've got the electric system, we've got beer up here, and overall, like I say, it's really good. The issues with the lag are a massive pain within the game, and especially, like, it tends to be with the more people on the server. Yeah, the more people on the server, the more issues there tend to be with the lag. People seem to be complaining a lot about the servers being full all the time, but to me that kind of shows that the game is popular. So that isn't too much of an issue for me. So yeah, the servers being full for me just showed that the game is extremely popular, and a lot of people want to be playing it. Obviously, if the game was rubbish, people wouldn't be wanting to play it, so the servers wouldn't be full. So it shows the popularity of the game. However, it is extremely frustrating for players who want to get on when they finish work, for example, and sometimes you've got to wait like an hour to get onto your specific server that you've been playing on. However, that is being addressed, and more servers are being added regularly. We had some just before Christmas. Sorry, we had some just before Christmas, and we're getting some again over the next week or two. They're also going to be adding PC-hosted PS4 servers in time. When that comes, again, that's going to be a lot better for personalised custom servers, which I will be hosting one of them, and I cannot wait for that to happen. So overall, like I say, this game is fantastic. There are some major issues with regards to the lag. Again, being worked on with each and every update. The snapback lag is the most annoying. For example, you could get all the way down this ladder system we've got right there, and you end up pinging yourself back halfway up, or you can't access your dyno, and then you'll know lag spike's coming, and then you'll end up being put back somewhere else, which can be annoying, especially if you're in the middle of fighting somebody, or a dyno, for example, could probably get you killed. The spawns of the allosaurs are the only dinosaur that I've had issues with. Again, they spawn in there sometimes, but other than that, we don't really tend to get dinosaurs spawning into our base. I believe it's just the allosaur that there are problems with, and I believe the issues are also on PC, so it is a known issue that, again, they are trying to work on. The issues with the servers being full, again, are being worked on because they're adding more servers, but again, for me, it shows the popularity of the game, and I believe Studio Work, I probably weren't expecting it to be quite as popular as it was on PS4. However, it seems to be extremely popular. The ARK PS4 fan page, which I run, PS4 ARK, is extremely popular, getting lots of people asking questions on there, which I try to answer. So if you do have any questions with regards to ARK on PS4, make sure to hit me up either in the comments below or on ARK PS4, so at PS4 ARK, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. The servers can be extremely hostile if there's a horrible alpha tribe. This server that I'm on here is extremely friendly. This is a PvP server, but it is extremely friendly. There is some raiding that happens occasionally, but more often than not, everybody seems to be quite friendly and help each other out when they can, which is nice. But again, that will all change once people start hitting the end game. You've got the bosses you can summon at these obelisks. So if I show you, there's a green one a bit closer over here. So these obelisks here, you can summon the bosses once you've got a certain number of stuff. There's caves in the game, and when you do the caves, you get little trophies. Once you've got all the trophies, you then need to get a few things from killing certain dinosaurs. You can then summon the bosses and fight bosses. Once you kill the bosses, you get like a flag you can put up outside your base, and you can get achievements and trophies for that, which is pretty cool. Again, I'll be doing that soon in a live stream, so make sure to check them out if you so wish. But like I was saying, overall this game is a lot of fun. Again, the glitches and the bugs are a pain. You can like get yourself caught up into situations which you're not expecting and get yourself killed, which is frustrating. You can lose a lot of dinosaurs to stupid little mistakes as well. So this game isn't easy. This game does punish you for mistakes, but it is really good fun. Like I say, I've spent hundreds of hours in this game, and I'm really, really happy with it. I wish there wasn't as much lag, but again, that is being worked on. I wish getting to servers was a lot easier, but again, with more servers being added, that is again being worked on. So hopefully, by the time this game is out for full release in the spring, there'll be enough servers to accommodate every single player, and people won't have the issue quite so much. I like the system with the engrams. However, I wish we had more points to buy more engrams, because if you're a solo player, you cannot buy everything. I like the fact that there's different foods to tame different dinosaurs, so using kibble and things like that really does help. If you are unsure about taming dinosaurs, you should get the app Dodo Dex, which is D-O-D-O-D-E-X. This isn't sponsored, but it's a very good app that I use myself, and it does tell you what you need to tame the dinosaurs, how much of each thing you need depending on the level, and things like that, which really does help. I wish there was a bit more instructions for new players on how to get stuff and how to do things, because currently there isn't, and it does make that very difficult for a new player coming into the game to figure out what he or she is doing. And how to actually build and things like that can be a bit harder for new players to figure out. I like the graphics in the game. Again, it's not 100% perfect, but I do think it looks very nice. Look at this waterfall, for example, we've got here, and the sounds. You can hear that, it just sounds really nice. And you go to the redwoods and you've got all the different animals and that there. The bloom quality does need working on, because it is absolutely annoying. If I look up into the sky, for example, it is just so bright. And it gets worse than that sometimes. I like the fact there are a lot of dinosaurs, a lot of different dinosaurs, different flyers, different ground dinosaurs, different carnivores, different herbivores. Obviously in the caves you've got different types of animals in the caves, which are really good fun. So all of the different dinosaurs do add to the game and do make the game a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to try and tame one of every single dinosaur. The fact the game punishes you for your mistakes is good in a way, but can be extremely frustrating if you make a mistake and you end up losing a high level dinosaur, like has happened in our tribe a couple of times. The allosaur spawns are absolutely ridiculous when they spawn inside your base, and it does really annoy me. And the fact that they spawn in packs of, you can get them up to like 11 if not more sometimes, and they do absolutely destroy people and bases because they are so strong when they're in a pack. However, if you have a high level T-Rex like I do, you can take on the packs and destroy them, which is good, but they do respawn, so you do have to be careful of that. Overall, this game though is a lot of fun, and I would definitely suggest buying it. You've got to have patience with regards to some of the lag and some of the getting into servers. However, once you are in a server, you will definitely have a hell of a lot of fun. If you like survival games, this is probably the best survival game I've ever played. This is one of the best, if not the best game I've ever played as well on PS4. I absolutely love it, and we can see down here quickly the wild dinosaurs fighting. So we've got a trike versus a rex. Again, white rex again looks really cool, the albino rex. You're going to see it's going to kill it in a second. But like I say, overall this game is a lot of fun. Definitely I would suggest worth getting. The different levels within the game are cool as well. You can get guns, explosives, and they're going to be adding a thing called tech tiers soon, which is another high level item. I'll quickly show you some of the parts here. We've got so we've got an assault rifle there, and all the riot shields and all things like that. But like I say, this game is fantastic. This has been quite a long review, but I've tried to go over absolutely everything. If there's anything else you would like to know, please do let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the review, or if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel and would like to drop a sub, please do. Again, this isn't like a proper game review like by a company who would go around and tell you everything about the frames per second and things like that, because for me, I review games on how I find them and how I've enjoyed playing them, and that is just my style. But hopefully you've enjoyed it, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you around soon. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.